Anyway, so let's get into, I want to also discuss in regards to media, right? So we got so many different celebrities is out here, and so many stories have been going through YouTube, and there's so many blogs out there, and they've been like really riding the wave of this Diddy story. And of course, I'm not gonna say that I'm not. I'm talking about the stuff that's going on because, of course, I work in media. So I'm going to talk about what's going on. I'm not going to just not discuss it, but there has been stories flying all over the place throughout the year, trying to associate other people with Diddy, things of that nature. And TD Jakes was another person where YouTubers were basically talking about TD Jakes and Diddy, and making allegations, saying nasty things, making videos. Like, I've seen some crazy AI videos. Yo, it's just been a ton of AI videos floating through the web where they're taking these celebrity faces, putting it on bodies, and making it look like they're doing things they're not supposed to be doing, and all types of stuff. And TD Jakes, according to NBC News, he's fed up, and he has sought legal counsel to try to protect his name against these bots. So I'm going to read it, all right? And look, I don't know who's behind the videos, but it looks as if allegedly, everything on here is alleged. Bishop Jakes is fed up, and he's going the legal route. Now, according to NBC News, it reads, a lawyer representing Bishop T.D. Jakes, the celebrity pastor, is going to new lengths to try to combat artificial intelligence generated misinformation posted about his client on YouTube, saying the platform has failed to effectively uphold its own policies. On Thursday, Dustin Push, an attorney for Jakes, filed a motion in the Northern District of California seeking a subpoena for Google, YouTube's parent company, to share information concerning the identities of 4 YouTube accounts and their holders. They are purportedly located in Pakistan, South Africa, the Philippines, and Kenya, according to accounts about section on YouTube. The motion said these accounts made false claims about Jakes, citing previous NBC News reporting about AI-generated misinformation on YouTube, and added the elements of the videos were likely created by an AI tool, including images used in thumbnails and voiceovers. YouTube videos utilizing AI have been popular for years, and YouTube recently introduced AI initiatives to dramatically increase the amount of AI generated content and material on the platform. But the AI elements have also been used to spread misinformation on videos that have the potential to make a large profit for both YouTube and their creators by monetizing them with ads. The motion filed by Jake's lawyer is a significant development in the efforts to combat viral AI-generated misinformation on the platform, being one of the first of its kind, attempting to unmask the creators behind it. In a previous report, a YouTube creator behind similar content previously confirmed their use of AI tools to NBC News. An AI detection expert found a high likelihood of similar content involving AI-generated images and audio. YouTube has not responded to their request for comment. And of course, they're basically talking about how Jakes was being harassed online for being associated with Diddy. Now, they had one picture together when they were out, whatever. A lot of stories started to circulate about him. Now, seeing that he's out here suing people, I'm not going to go into the details of that. You guys can go Google smoogle that. But this more so is the bigger subject of this. The biggest topic of this subject matter, and what I'm saying is directing the idea of, could it be a time where all the blogs out here get shut down? And I don't want to start that conversation because, and I'm not talking about blogs, I'm talking about like YouTube channels being shut down for speaking about the news that's already being reported. You know, and we got to think about the lawsuits that's been filed. We had Cardi B sue Tasha K because she put out a ton of false stories about her that was proven false in the court of law. And, you know, since then, she had to pay her like over $4 million. And Cardi B is still trying to get that money, right? Allegedly. And now with this whole Diddy case, with so many bloggers putting out different stories, so many people talking, now the higher ups in the industry, they're mad. And at this point, at first, it used to be a thing where nobody cared about what YouTubers said in the media. Nobody felt like it held any weight. And all of that changed, right? And I'm going to say it changed specifically because of Jaguar Wright. And I'm going to explain it to you. A few years back, we had this blue couch. Shout out to Real Life TV. Real Life Street Stars, right? Jaguar Wright, she came out. She was saying a bunch of stuff about all of these lists of celebrities, saying about her experiences in the music industry. And a ton of people said that she was, you know, crazy. She was a conspiracy theorist. She was this, and this, right? Then all of a sudden, right, it was this one interview, and I remember she was like, you know, Diddy put the boots to Cassie, right? And everybody was saying, you don't know, it's this, and this is after, like, I think it was right before she filed the suit. Like, right before she filed that suit, it was like maybe. And then it came out that she filed, like, that $30 million lawsuit on Diddy. After that hit the fan, everybody was still saying she was a conspiracy theorist. She didn't know what she was talking about, blah, 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 blah. Then the tape dropped. All right. And that flipped the entire narrative of the power of YouTube channels, YouTube blogs, the journalism associated with YouTube, the people that builds the platform that strikes the conversation. And it's not necessarily the journalist or the media company that's, you know, saying that a celebrity's doing it. They're literally interviewing people, which is basic journalism, right? Because when you sit down and you have a conversation on NBC News, anywhere else, if you see somebody having a conversation, you're going to ask the questions and they give you the answer. But the question is, who do you sue? Do you sue the platform for having the person featured on there and exercising their freedom of speech? Or do you sue the person who's saying it? And to me, in my opinion, I think they'll probably go where the money reside, which is the networks. But my biggest thing is with all of these celebrities that's trying to sue or file lawsuits and stuff like that, they have a right to protect their name. They have the right to protect their brand. No one is against that. But I just want to know what will be the domino effect if this court case with TD Jakes takes off. You know, when we had the whole situation with other hip hop artists in the media, right? And they're getting different lawsuits and stuff like that. We have a lot of blogs that's picking up on the stories. Well, they decide to take the same steps and start suing the platform of YouTube. And if that does happen, how will this platform change even further? How will this platform change even further? Will there be a thing where now it's not safe to blog? And listen, let me plug myself. I am an actual podcast. I'm on Spotify. I'm on Apple. I'm on like all of the major streamers. Look, I use YouTube as a source to, you know, entertain, but to advertise for you guys to go and support at my actual pod, my audio pod. I like to put out the visuals, and hey, don't unsubscribe. I want you guys to keep watching. But if there is an event where a law is passed which blocks us as independent media sources from being able to speak out loud without having to worry about this, and this, or they make it to the point where the censorship is so big that I can't even say, hey, look at that fat cat or something like that. Y'all need to follow me on those streaming platforms because this is an actual pod. And also go to my site, djjericapod.com. And that's where I write up my articles in different news stories as headlining. But I just wanted to spark that conversation because I feel like there's going to be a big shift in YouTube land. We have so many urban blogs out there that's talking. We got psychics out there. Sloan Bella, she was putting out stories about Diddy before Diddy, and we're going to get to Diddy and his whole situation. I'm going to get into that in a minute because I don't want to tear it too long. If you guys are still tuned in, you really rock with me, and I appreciate that. But yeah, so we had the situation with Sloan Bella. She was doing predictions, and the stuff that she said happened to actually come true. And when she did it, it was like 6-7 months before, Diddy even got indicted, before a lawsuit dropped, before anything. She put out this story and everybody was like, oh no, this, and this. And then next thing you know, everything has just been going downhill, just like this lady on YouTube said. Like, it was just like, it was a thing where now the power shifted. It went from people saying, oh, these people on the internet, they're crazy. Oh, these YouTubers, they're not real journalists. All this. And I hate that statement. One quick thing with people that's out there. People just assume because someone has a YouTube channel, people just assume that because you're on a lesser platform and you're not on the news, you're not educated, or you don't have your degree in the field that you're working in. The reason why I'm out here, I have a bachelor's degree, okay? I have a media bachelor's degree, communications, journalism, English, all of that. And I'm doing this independently. Why? Because realistically, it's really not that many jobs on there, for one. For two, they're not going to pay you what you're worth. And the competition is so big, all of the people that's old as dirt, they ain't trying to give up their job, okay? They not going to be like, okay, let me pass the torch to that person. You got to literally be out here and grind doing media work. You have to. But back to my thoughts. Anyways. But yeah, if we really go back to that, after that happened, that really shifted things, and now it's like it's a power dynamic switch. Next thing I know, I'm seeing Piers Morgan got YouTubers on his show and stuff, and he was getting happy with it. He was having every YouTuber he could find. He had Jaguar right on there. That whole situation happened. She was talking about J and B. Then next thing you know, he got that cease and desist and things. Just after that, it kind of like, But I'm noticing that people used to say YouTube's not the real news. People used to say, oh, who cares? But now the dynamics is switching and it's shifting, and you can choose whether it's for better or worse. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people some of the stuff that the truth is not being revealed oftentimes on the regular news. So people seek YouTube as a source of being able to have their freedom of speech. Even if it's limited, they can say certain things, and you got to figure out, everything is, of course, alleged, but there's so many different things, and from different people that's been on this platform that says certain things, and now it's hitting mainstream media, and it took years. And it's like, now, since it's affecting people, lawsuits and stuff are being filed. A ton of things are happening. Whether the stories are true or false, people are just like, you know what? No, absolutely not. And there's a lot of money on the line. People are like, why are these celebrities coming in? Why are they filing these suits on people? It's because these people are billionaires. They're not in the tax bracket as just regular folk. They're not going to let people just say anything no more, especially when it's affecting your brand. People are losing money from all of this. So they're going to file, and they're going to do what they need to do to protect their brand. And that's just business. And that's why it's very important that when you're doing media work, you try your best to report it with site and sources. So if somebody tried to say, oh, why are you saying this? Be like, well, this source said, just make sure you protect yourself. Don't just get on here and just be trying to look for it. Cause I don't do exposing. I don't go out here just spilling tea. I find news stories that's relevant and happening right now that I see on camera happening, and everything, even if I view it on camera, it's still alleged what allegedly happened, because I don't know what happened before the camera started rolling. I don't know what caused the effect that I seen, But, I mean, I could go on and on with this conversation, but I want to know your thoughts on it. Do you guys think that YouTubers are in danger since, we got this whole situation with Bishop Jakes filing allegedly with YouTube, trying to fine, not necessarily filing a suit, but trying to figure out who's responsible for this so legal action can possibly take place, right? Yeah, so we're just gonna sit back and see how this develops, and I mean, when the multimillionaires and the billionaires jumping off of their throne to address YouTubers, that's how you know the media circuit has gotten that powerful. It's like, whoa. It's really like, whoa.